Ali? Is it a mixture between hot and jolly? That's. It sounds like the opposite of holy. Mm.
Hold on.
Mike is having
All
mic
right.
problems.
Okay, there.
Oh, okay.
Of course you can't. Okay, it should be good now. You guys should be able to hear me. Every time I have like such bad luck. You guys can hear me now though, right? Let me know if you can in the chat. But yeah, we were talking about holly and how it's a mix between hot and being jolly. So,
Maybe. And it's just one L
yeah,
from holy,
From
and,
holy.
and it seems like the opposite.
Yeah.
Or actually, hot and holy, hot depends.
Holy hottie.
Kind of fits
Kind
actually.
of is, right? Yeah.
I mean, holy. So.
Choose your poison, right? Choose your poison. Guys,
Speaking of World of Warcraft.
Speaking of RuneScape here, guys, once again, so I'm gonna redo my entire intro just because cheers to you. I'm pretty sure that's apple juice.
It is.
So I'm gonna redo my intro, guys. Welcome to the stream. I hope you guys are enjoying the patch. We released patch 1.2 on December 1st, first day of the month, which was last Thursday, and we hope you're enjoying it. Albeit, yeah, there's a few issues here and there, that I think is natural when we're releasing patches. But that doesn't mean that we're not aware of them. So keep sending them. We're investigating certain issues, and yeah. Overall, though. We believe that, judging by what you guys have been saying, you guys are enjoying the patch. More positives than negatives, which is always fantastic to hear. And we hope you'll be enjoying it further. So you didn't realize there was a new patch, Yorkshire. Oh, that's weird. You're weird.
This is like the patch for the game.
It's the patch. It's the one.
A big one too, yeah. We have
it's
delayed it we have delayed it a lot.
So let me okay, we delayed it a lot. We delayed it for like 3 weeks, I think. We delayed it for three weeks, and but I think in the end it was worth it, right? We wanted to get it as near perfect as possible. And yeah, we're sorry about the delays, right? And we'll do better in the future. So,
I think it was like every time we just wanted to release the patch, like next few days. Like, there's also this issue. Well, actually, it's like Wednesday already, so maybe let's push it to Monday and fix the issue. Like, oh yeah, sure. Yeah. Oh, actually, like Monday. Let's do the patch on Thursday. And then on Wednesday, there's this another critical issue maybe we should fix before release. Like that was basically it.
Yeah. I mean, like in a nutshell, like that's basically what was happening, right? So it's like, again, sort of going back to like how things work. Like you fix one thing and another thing breaks, and then
But also like certification stuff. I think we had some issues with certification, and like in the meantime, okay, since we already have delayed because of certification, why not fix also those two issues?
Yeah. In the meantime, right?
Yeah.
So we hope you guys could understand the process, and yeah. So we're gonna be talking about the patch today. I'm gonna be showing the patch notes. It's a big one. It's huge. It's a huge patch. Lots of fixes. From Yorkshire, or from Bad Guy 89, the Black Rain glitch really needs to be fixed. Yeah, we know, we're aware of that. It's more of like an art thing. I think I talked with our art director, and
that's an interesting one. I think it's we just weren't sure why it exists. I think we have found out that. I mean, the rain just rains when it's like isn't supposed to be raining. So
yeah,
I know it's one of those tricky ones. So like we're on it for sure.
Which patch are we discussing today? Yes, 1.2. We're talking about patch 1.2 today. So Yeah, before we get into the patch, I'm just gonna introduce you. This is Maciej. He's our senior game designer for Train Life. He's been on the team for about the same time as I have, about a year, right? It's been a year. Can you believe that?
Or yeah, I've been on the team since September, so it's like 15 months or something.
Yeah, more or less.
It's technically I'm the lead game designer, but that's because like I took over. Like I wasn't here from the start.
Right.
I'm the caretaker of the project right now, but
I forgot to change the title of your. Are
Oh,
you gonna
no.
are you gonna be mad at me? Because I did the same thing to Joey, and he was an angry guy.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at you normally, but I guess I have to. So I mean,
It's okay. We're friends. Stop.
How could you? That's terrible, sir. I will have my revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
in some ways, the senior game designer is a more prestigious title than lead because, like, senior implies skill, and lead just implies that you were made boss. But maybe you're a shitty boss.
It depends, I guess, on how you want to look at it, right? It's always nice to have senior in your title, right? Because
senior lead game designer.
Senior lead game designer.
Yes.
That's hey, you can't go wrong there, dude. Like
Super Kamiguru. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, that's Maciej. He's been on the stream with me before, and it's always a pleasure to have you on. So thank you for coming on today. All right, so let's get to the meat and potatoes of the stream. Okay, the meat and potatoes, which are the patch notes. So I'm gonna change my scene here.
The meat and potatoes of the stream was you breaking with emergency brakes.
Oh yeah, that's also a good one, and me derailing. Also me derailing as well. Yeah. Oh, there's the chat right there. Welcome YouTube people. Yeah, we're live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Did you know that? Maciej, we're everywhere.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Twitter.
Imagine
you can
that.
Stream like hour-long streams on Twitter.
You can stream on Twitter. It's a thing for sure.
Okay,
I don't know
how many characters can you use on Twitter in messages?
280, I think, is the max.
And you can also do hour-long streams.
Yes, don't ask them, but just stop asking questions. Just don't ask. Just don't ask questions. If you ask questions, you know, you'll dig yourself into a hole that you can't get out of. Okay? You never know. Elon is you know, he's on a rampage right now. Good or bad, subjective. Maybe a different conversation for a different time. Anyways,
I never really use Twitter, so like I'm watching
maybe
just happening.
It's just don't
benches.
Even. Yeah, it's all right. Guys, yeah. So patch 1.2. Here it is. It's a big one. If you haven't seen it, here let me link it up for you guys. Let me see here. Oh yeah, and there's a Twitch stream. Boom. For some reason, the API for Restream is not working in OBS, and it didn't change, but there it is. So yeah, patch number 24. 24 patches, Maciej. 24.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that includes like early access.
All the things. So,
24,
yeah. So it's a big one. Changes and fixes. We did everything from tracks and railways to the HUD to the tablet to the gameplay scenarios. There's a lot of problems with scenarios that we addressed, wasn't there? As well as language and stuff like that. So we're not going to go over every little single detail. You know, you guys can check it out for yourselves. I just linked it in the chat, and you can have a nice read. But we're just going to go over like the general like a pipeline, the way of thinking, and you know, some of the challenges that we face. So starting off, contender number one, Maciej Litvin. What was one of the biggest challenges with bringing in this ginormous patch? Like it, you know, we delayed it a few times, and I think you sort of touched up about that previously. So that definitely was one of them, wasn't it?
Biggest challenges. I'd say priorities. So because there's so many things we could improve in Train Life, but you have to pick and choose because time and money, and just and the order you do them in. So choosing the right priorities. So we fix the stuff that's most important, actually, and like especially tackling the stuff that we might not want to do this because it's complicated for whatever reasons, the logic we implemented, the code, whatever. That some things we might want not to look upon, but like to be wise in choosing what features are actually. Yeah, we have to face it because many people mention it. It drags the game down for many people. We just have to address it. So I think that was tricky. I think we did a pretty good job considering. So
yeah, definitely. I think we addressed a lot of the player base's concerns regarding just certain like quality of life things. Like just for example, like the distance to the next speed change, right? So now, on like next to the speedometer, you see a little widget, right, that shows you how many meters you have until the next speed change, which was very highly requested, and we actually did it this time around. So of course there was a lot of like minor things that really didn't have that much of an impact on gameplay. Maybe if you're like super into like immersion, the immersive side of train life. So like just this first point right here, we tweaked some issues with the placement of electrical lines. But there was a lot of people like reporting like when you're driving the electric train, or just any train for that matter, the electrical lines were just sort of cutting off, and we can understand how that could like sort of annoy people. Maybe obviously it's not like a game breaking bug, right? But we can understand how it could take it away from the immersion side of train life, right? So as well as some camera collision elements with station elements. Yeah, that definitely could be annoying, right, when you're moving the camera around and then like you're inside of a random building, or the camera acts in a weird tweaky way. Yeah, there was a problem with like the reverse train direction option on the radial menu. Do you remember that one?
Not specifically.
Yeah, so basically, basically, what was happening with that one
I remember we fixed that, but I don't remember specific solutions. Rather than like just reiterating design.
Right.
It was like implemented wrongly or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, because it was basically like disappearing right from the radio menu. Like all of a sudden, you weren't able. Like you weren't able to reverse your train as it was designed, right? So, again, not game breaking, but I'm sure it was annoying, right? Also, the auto resize map function for the mini map was a big one that was touched up on the player base, because I mean because something happened, right? Like because when we released the game, like full release, right? The auto zoom was there.
Yeah,
and then it sort of stopped. Like, do you know maybe like what happened there, or do you remember maybe, or
nothing changed in the design, I don't think. So I think it was a bug that for whatever reason was introduced. So I think it was basically fixing a bug.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so that should be working now. There was also some stuff happening with the tablet. We introduced a new info tab where now with the codecs, and we restored the production tree, which the production tree disappeared for a while, but now it's back. So you guys are happy. I saw a lot of people were happy on Discord regarding the production tree being back, and
it was wrongly removed, but it has been restored. Yes.
Very nice. Very nice. Yes, the codex in general was sort of a mess, right? Like it was like there was like pictures missing, and just general like shenanigans happening within the codex. I think I even saw maybe a Lorem Ipsum here and there as some placeholder text, but that's neither here nor there. But it should be good now.
Have you?
It's just a little secret. And yeah, I mean, just like general optimizations with the codex, like the pages were flickering under some circumstances, and stuff like that, and the formatting in the images. Now it looks really nice, right? And now remember, like the codex, like that was a lot of work, wasn't it? Like it's sort of going over like every element of train life, describing it.
It was a lot of busy work. Work for design, just writing the paragraphs and then putting them in, and so on and so on. Unreal Unreal Engine isn't really the easiest to work with like data assets and tables. Like the way we implemented the codecs to be flexible, but yeah, in the end, not so bad. I guess it could still use a couple of touches, but like to the degree that we're able to polish it and make it readable as much as possible at this point, it's not the worst.
Right.
What can I say? Yeah.
Right. Cool. Yeah. So moving on, we got gameplay here. So now this is a sort of double-edged sword. This first part right here. So incline decline multiplier has been adjusted. So I don't know if you know. I think you know what I'm about to talk about right now, Maciej. Maybe you don't. I don't know.
I mean, I know the feature. But...
Yeah. So basically, after the patch, there were some people. We thought that this was adjusted well, but it turns out that we still need to sort of look into this a little bit further because there is some people reporting that it's too hard to like go up a hill now. However, I have a solution for people that are thinking or that are having troubles with going up inclines. Try to upgrade your train. Try to upgrade your train's engine, your train's other parts, and that should help you increase your speed and general locomotion for the inclines, right? Yeah, there was just some I saw earlier today on like over the weekend that there were some players having a hard time with this adjustment right here. So my advice, upgrade your train and see how that works. Yeah, so and then just general like visualization updates for passengers waiting at a station. We had the locomotive wagon doors now open on the correct side. Before they were opening on the wrong side. Did you notice that, or was this like an art thing that they fixed?
It was an art thing. I wasn't on top of that, but
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
These things happen, and yeah.
Sure. And I think a lot of people have noticed this change was that the radio has been disabled. The radio has been disabled due to some copyright issues, and
we looked into radio stations we use and the music we use and whether we can use it, and turned out we could not. It was implemented at some point to be discussed later, and just it turned out we couldn't.
Yeah, we decided to can it. So sorry about that, guys. But if you want to play Train Life, then no more radio for you, unfortunately.
Not in-game radio. Like,
not in-game.
Fire up any radio you want from the internet, or just you listen to podcasts or whatever. But
just turn on some death metal on Spotify and then just drive a train. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what like all the train drivers do.
Cool. So moving forward, scenarios. Now, there's a lot of problems with the scenarios. Maybe you want to say a few words about the scenarios from your perspective, from a game design perspective, Maciej?
From my perspective, it was mostly like relatively small fixes. So, like, there's a lot of scenarios, so there's a lot of potential for mistakes and issues, like time estimates or whatever. There was, I think, one scenario that had a time estimate be entered back in the day when the fog wasn't in, so we realized that now with the fog and like reduced speed limits, actually it's unbeatable within a current time limit. Also, like some feedback, at least one scenario was adjusted thanks to feedback from one of our community members. So there's just a lot of scenarios, so little adjustments here and there. I think I did like 3, 4, maybe 5 adjustments during this patch. It's, I don't know, it's nothing exciting really in particular. So
are you sure that you didn't adjust the estimated time frames for scenarios due to watching my streams? Are you sure? Like,
what's the next question, Mike? It's getting late, isn't it? Yeah, let's just move forward.
Yeah, sure, we can move forward. We'll talk about it off stream. How about that? we're
just kidding. No amount of adjusting times for scenarios would help with your emergency.
Oh yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, I mean, I honestly think that the estimated, I mean, it wasn't only me, right? There was other people that were having some problems with the estimated time frames, even though they were doing it perfectly. While we're getting,
but you are the patient that comes into a hospital and be like, oh, I have a flu. Could you like diagnose me?
Yeah.
And they're like, sir, your leg is missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but also I think I have a flu. Like, maybe could you? It's
yeah. So there's that. And yeah, scenarios. Let us know what you guys think about the changes in scenarios, some of the fixes that we've made. Yeah, if you haven't tried out the Orient Express DLC, do it. It's fun. I did it on stream like 2 weeks ago for my first time. I did it. Yeah.
Did you break with emergency? No, just kidding. I think there's only one break in
there is no emergency break in Steam Locomotive.
Yeah, there is no. Oh my. Oh.
There is no emergency break.
How was it? Do you like it?
I mean, to be honest, like it was fun. It was a nice. It was very fresh, right? Like I never.
Okay.
I enjoyed. I enjoyed how like you're able to shovel the coal into the engine and how you could sort of do everything manually. That was cool. And I felt like a legit engineer playing a virtual game. So yeah, it was really fun. And then actually after that stream, a community member, I think it was Tintin, he challenged me and he actually beat my time the day after. So shout out to you, Tintin. And yeah, guys, nice. That's about it when it comes to the patch notes. Like I said, if you want to read about all the details yourself, I linked it in the chat previously. We did do some tweaks with the engine sounds, added missing translation for all languages, fixed multiple translation bugs, and so on. There was like a question from a community member about the Hungarian language. We don't have Hungarian in Train Life, right?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah. I don't think
be wrong, but I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't think we'll edit as well. So sorry for all those Hungarians out there. And yeah, guys, those are the patch notes. Let us know what you guys think. We'll be more than happy to here. I'm gonna ban this spammer on Twitch. Ban him, Bannerino. I love the ban hammer. It's fun. And yeah, those are all the patch notes here. Let me see if there's any questions on either of the platforms that we're streaming on. And no, that's about it.
Let me look for a half of a body of koala. Oh, here it is.
A koala?
Yeah, it's a half of.
Why do you have a half a body of a koala?
Why don't you have a half of body of koala? No, it's it's the Kinder Surprise eggs. They had the Animals series, which are pretty cool, actually.
Okay.
And then koala is one of the cutest. And like
one of the my 5-year-old also loves cute little animals. So
who doesn't?
I know, they're amazing. Okay, guys, yeah, and that's about it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. Ping me in Discord, send me a direct message. I'm still monitoring the situation with the previous problems that have been mentioned before. And yeah, that's about it. Maciej, if you have anything else to say for the community over this past year, I'm putting you on the spot. Say something. God.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys who play Train Life.
Just thank you for playing Train Life, everybody. Thank you for playing Train Life, and thank you for the feedback you guys have been given throughout all this time. It's been really awesome. So enjoy the new patch. We'll have more information soon, and that's about it. Thank you. Bye-bye.